The ladies are 17 days old already. The time is certainly flying by. And really, they are just more mobile than ever, feathering out a ton, and they are starting to certainly show their personalities. On the big chicken brooder side, we made a couple changes. In the back, you'll see that little half wall. On the other side of it, we added a little enrichment area. There's some soil and sand from our property, as well as some grass and dandelions, so the chickies can start to become exposed to all the germs and all the different things on our property. So when we move them out to the coop when they're 6 weeks old, that won't be their first exposure to our elements. So that is on the other side of the little half wall. We also raised their roost a little bit because, as you can see, they can fly to the high heavens. My goodness, they cook it around this new brooder setup. And on this side, we raised their water up so they have a little kind of staircase to get up to it because they were just kicking all of their bedding into the water all the time. So we had to raise it up a little bit more. Yeah, the other thing to announce on the big chicken side is a few names. This chickie right here, since she is very red, she's showing lots of red coloring in her feathers. She's super friendly. Come here, sweet pea. Come here. Her name is Big Red. Although if Mike were out here, he would call her Reba. The other ones... there are three, the black-laced Wyandottes, which are these three ladies. They do not have names yet, but the other two blue-laced Wyandottes do. The one that's very, ooh, she's a sassy mama. The sassafras, she's actually super nice. She is Sweet Pea right there. So Sweet Pea and Big Red. And then the last one, on the last video you saw me talk about how pretty I think she is, and I think I called her Beauty Queen. Well, one of you submitted the name and said we should call her Queenie, which we certainly do because she is a beauty queen, but her official name is Vivian from Pretty Woman. Anybody watch Pretty Woman? It's Vivian. So that's Vivian, aka Queenie back there. So 3 more chickies in this side to name. And now let's pop over to the little chicken side and I'll give you a quick update on how the chickies are doing over there. The little chickies are not as afraid of their enrichment area, although they do have a bit shorter wall. So they are just loving digging through the dirt and the sand and the grass and the dandelions and really getting exposed to all of the elements here on the parcel before they go out to their coop. One thing we did encounter this week, unfortunately, was Coccidia. Thank you so much to the chicken mamas out there and the chicken experts that helped us figure out why Nugget and Chicken Little were so much smaller than the rest of our flock. Coccidia was unfortunately the culprit, but we were able to identify it, treat it, and I'm happy to report that just 5 days after starting treatment, Nugget is the same weight as all of the rest of the bigs. So are the other 2 bigger ones, and I'll tell you their names in just a second in this Littles brooder. And Chicken Little is actually almost at the same weight as the rest of the bigs. She's so close, just a tad behind, but she is certainly gaining plenty of weight and looking awesome as well. So again, thank you so much to the chicken mamas out there that helped us figure that out and get them treated quickly so they were back to their happy, healthy selves. So a couple of names to announce on this side, and that is really what's happening in the world of our little chickies. The other black-laced silver, who is on the far right now, kicking away right there, that's Mabel. So little Miss Mabel. And the other blue-laced red, who is kind of right in the middle of the action, has her little hiney towards us. That is Louise. She has such long legs. When she stands on the roost, she can stretch up so high. So we started calling her Long Legs Louise, and what do you know, that just stuck. So in this brooder, we officially have Nugget, Chicken Little, Louise, and Mabel. As you can see, that treating them was definitely the right thing to do, because in the last 2 days, everybody has gained an ounce, a full ounce. So we are back on track. The other thing that the wonderful chicken experts and chicken mamas told me about was averaging your weight and then checking the margins 10% below the average weight and 10% above, and 80% of your flock should be within that margin. So for us, exactly 80% are within the margin. We actually have one Chicken Little, who's just below the margin. Hopefully she'll catch up next week. And then one chick who ends up being Big Red, go figure, is well above the margin, which is actually excellent. I'm fine with her being above. So if Chicken Little can gain a little extra weight, will be wonderful. Stay tuned for the next couple of weeks here. I think we'll take an exploration outside and we'll rejoin or reunite the whole flock. So we'll see how that goes.